The foldable smartphone game is going strong and more manufacturers are joining in. The latest brand to release their foldy, Tecno. I haven't really covered Tecno a lot lately, and frankly, with so many phone releases going on, they haven't really piqued my interest until now. A few weeks back at MWC, they unveiled the Tecno Phantom V Fold. This is the brand's first foldable, and I've had the phone with me since then. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to LAZADA's Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. We're talking about a foldy today. This is our look at the Tecno Phantom V Fold. So here's what you need to know about this device. Number one, like I said, this is Tecno's first folding phone. Now, we've previously seen Tecno do more budget devices, and then a little more recently, the Phantom X2 Pro series, which was an attempt at a more camera-centric smartphone. Again, all of those previous phones, non-foldies, except for this. Number two, as you just saw, it's a book-type foldy, meaning I really feel like it's more of a tablet that folds into a phone, or a phone that folds into a tablet. You get what I'm saying? They also call this the left to right foldy because that's how it opens. But yeah, it's a book type foldy, and honestly, that implementation with the crease, impressive. Number three, this is powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 9000 Plus chip, which is the same chip that powers my current favorite clamshell foldy, the Oppo Find N2 Flip. And number four, and I feel like this is the most interesting point, as many people have pointed out, this is by far the cheapest book type foldy you'll be able to get in the market right now. And it's cheaper by a lot. So here we go. This is what the phone folded looks like. As you can see, it looks like your typical book foldy. And again, still loving that back. That's such a unique texture. And according to Tecno, this back is made out of recycled materials. You have that circular camera module, speakers, you have your fingerprint scanner, volume rocker, speakers, and your USB-C charger. The outside screen is looking nice and smooth. And that's a textured hinge right there. I mean, for my tiny hands, I feel like it's still a little awkward to use this phone folded. I mean, it happens to a lot of phones these days because I do have tinier hands. Like, it's just really hard for one-handed use. And book foldy specifically because they're also like thicker than usual phones. This is how folding and unfolding looks like from different angles. I will say that specifically for this phone, like, there's that initial resistance to unfolding it. And this is the screen folded, and the crease has not completely disappeared. Like, you can still tell technically that it's there, but I would say that the feel on this way better than any other book foldy in the market. So when you try to fold the phone halfway, this is what happens. As you can see, it doesn't really stick. That being said, there's no flex mode on this phone. You can't really use it this way because... So this thing runs on iOS 13 Fold, and it has split screen features. It also has picture-in-picture capabilities. So I can run, for example, another app while my Twitter app is up there. Again, just such a shame that there's no flex mode with the multitasking features. Now, so up front, that's a 6.42-inch curved display. Very subtle curves on this one side, as you can see. And inside, that's a 7.85-inch 120 Hz display. So this is how stuff would look like on that great big screen, for example, YouTube. And playing a video on this looks like this. I like in style. Like I said, I got to try out the cameras on the Oppo Find X6 Pro earlier this month, and I can't wait to show you the images I captured on this. But first, this is my Find X6 Pro review unit that... Aside from all of that, this phone comes with box and accessories, and even a nice little case with a stand. Being a book type foldy, this thing has a lot of cameras. Camera count, there are 5. That is a 32 megapixel camera up front here, and then you have a 16 megapixel camera over here, 3 cameras on the back, that's a 50 megapixel main camera, a 50 megapixel telephoto, and a 13 megapixel wide. Right, so let's check out what the camera interface looks like. I'm not gonna go through the whole like camera tour, but just a little quick. This is that first front-facing camera. You can do wide and, well, mirror, and then on video you can shoot 1080p, 30 or 60 fps. Right, okay, this is camera number 2. You still have that tighter and wider shot. Let's see what we can do on video. 1080p and 60 fps on selfie, and then you have the 3 cameras on the back. Let's see. So on... Wait, oh, so I like that like whole multitask area where it's wider. Although, let's see if you can shoot. I mean, it can fold, but it's just not... It's not gonna like completely stick, you know what I mean? So from this side, you can do wide, 1x, 2x, up until 20. On video, you can do 4K 30 and 4K 60. And then you also have other features like night mode, AI cam. What's film? Ooh, let me know if you guys want me to do a separate video on just like the camera features of this phone. Comment below. So, can do selfies. Wait, is there settings? Touch to capture. Smile shot. Oh, there's a smile shutter. There is no palm shutter. Am I wrong here? I can't find it. But anyway, this is how you selfie. Now the thing with this phone, which I just showed you a little earlier on, is that there's no flex mode, which is the mode I love shooting in when I have the foldies, because that means you can prop it up by virtue of it folding without any need for a tripod or anything to rest it on. That being said though, you still can get good rear camera selfie shots using this because you of course have... Give me a second. You still have that cover screen feature, which is great because you get to preview your shots and you get to use the powerful cameras. And I was able to get great shots with that, although, like I said, I did have to prop it up with a wine bottle while taking these shots, which is honestly a shame because, again, the foldy form factor, for me, one of the biggest selling points is the fact that I can prop it up, except you can't for this particular one. Anyway, here are some photo samples shot with this phone. Okay, so I have thoughts about this phone. Number 1, this particularly is a good intro to foldables. The fact that this Tecno's first foldy and it came out this strong, very impressed. That being said though, my one pet peeve with this phone is the fact that it has no flex mode. Personally, that mode is a big selling point for me. It's not necessarily just folding in and folding the phone, it's using the phone while it's semi-folded. So the fact that this doesn't do that makes me a little sad. I mean, despite the hardware on this phone being very good and on the first try, I still really want that flex mode. And that being said though, this is a reminder and a good point that good hardware does not a great foldable phone make. A great foldable is basically the marriage between good hardware and good software. Now, full disclosure, and I'm pretty sure you guys may have noticed this if you follow me on social media, I'm not exactly the book foldable type of person. I tend to gravitate towards my clamshell foldies, but my time with the Tecno Phantom V Fold, not bad. I especially enjoyed using this phone and the fact that it can unfold to a bigger form factor. While I was traveling and trying to run around and multitask, it paid to have just one device. But the main point about the Tecno Phantom V Fold is not just that it's a great first try from a brand who's never attempted foldables. It isn't even the fact that it's such an affordable phone. I think the bottom line, it's the fact that foldy phones now can be that affordable without compromising as much on quality. We're already at a point in time where people are already sold at this folding form factor, but it's the pricing that makes these phones unattainable to a lot of people. Fast forward a few years later, we now have an affordable alternative, and this might just be the start of foldables being easier on the budget. Basically, if anything, the Tecno Phantom V Fold proves that this can be done, and that's great. That's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below whatever your questions are. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's LAZADA_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Until next time.